We are live. We are live action. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing? I'm Bobby Skinner, as the screen says. This is a little late because we did play Thursday Night Football, but nonetheless, we are going to do it, and we're going to get it damn done. We're going to get it damn done. We're going to go through all the defensive plays. As if this is your first time watching it, we literally go through every defensive play from the all-22, so we can see, how the D-line and linebackers are working against the run. See some stuff that Graham is doing that you really can't see on TV. So I feel like it's a good time. And then every 2-3 drives, I'll stop and answer questions in the chat. So I try and answer as many as I possibly can. So we'll get rolling here in a second. Let me share this on Twitter. I always forget. What's going on, Michael Farr? I don't expect this to be as popping as they usually are because we're 5 days away from the game and defense just doesn't do numbers like the offense does. I mean, that's just facts. That is just facts. I mean, you only got 6 people on YouTube right now. Not great, honestly. I'm not feeling great about that. But we are going to put it on Twitter here in a second, and I'll do the better viewed on YouTube stuff. So, what are your guys' thoughts that are in here on the defense? I know they gave those 2 drives at the end of the game, but what are your overall thoughts on the defense? You know what I mean? Do you feel good about it? Is you worried that it's just Graham hiding stuff up? I mean, we lose Marcus Golden, so this is probably the last time you'll really watch Marcus Golden in a Giants uniform. So we'll get into it. We'll get into it. All right, I'm just gonna get rolling. I'm not gonna wait for anybody. I'm just drinking my coffee, iced coffee, made it at home, fresh, black silk. All right, let's get into the damn thing. We've changed the format to where I am not gonna have my face in during the film thing. So let's get rolling. All right, we got play 1. All right, first play I think is the reverse, correct? Let's see who messed up on this. In reality, I'll show you. So you got, I almost called Logan Ryan Sam Beal. You got Logan Ryan and Leonard Williams out here. You don't want Leonard Williams getting, you want him containing the edge. Because of that, they get a big gain. But that could have been a planned stunt with a linebacker coming around, you know what I'm saying? So, nonetheless, they do a good job on their first play of the game with a reverse. First play of the game, they call reverse. Maybe that's something they saw on film. Got a single high safety. Giants ran a ton of cover 3 in this game, which the Eagles, Jim Schwartz, that's what he's known for. Again, man, just playing this, it was weird. Playing this soft zone. You have James Bradbury against Deshaun Jackson. And look at that, we know how good James Bradbury is. And at 10 yards into the route, he's playing 5 yards off the ball, off of him. I mean, maybe that's something that Philly did in last games where they just took shots early. Up front, I think this was a blitz. Yep, Peppers blitzes. Dexter had some pretty good nice plays. Watch what Dexter Lawrence does to the center. That's Kelsey. He's a good player. He's a good player. But anyways, they get 1st and 10. Again, single high safety. Peppers creeping out. They turn it into a cover 2. What a cover 2. Actually, this is a run play. We'll talk about that later. Again, let's go through. Let's go through this every week. Gap responsibilities. So basically, I explain. I try to explain this every video. You have the center on both sides of him is the A gap. So you have A gap, B gap, C gap, A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap. You want an offense doesn't want to run with every gap filled. So when it's 6-on-6 like it is right now, not every gap's going to be filled. So right now we got the C gap filled by Leonard. Blake is in the B. Dexter is in the A. Back play side A, nobody's in it. B, Downs is in the C, and then Fackrell's playing the D gap. And then when they pull against it, it is a very favorable front. So I don't know what this guard is doing. I don't know if this tight end is supposed to leave this guy unblocked, but the guard does a really bad job here. Downs plays outside. Let's see. Sometimes you'll see this. Sorry. Let's see if Fackrell shoots inside. He does. So Downs has the outside. What's going on, Ambulance? Ambulam. What's going on, Ambulam? Got two high safeties. Giants playing they run the ball again. Again, we got 4 versus 6, which means we have every gap filled. This is Downs' gap. He needs to come and play that more aggressively. When you're playing gap football, man, and you have every gap filled, you should be hitting that hole aggressively. 68 does a good job on Dalvin. Dalvin had a pretty good game. And then Fackrell had contain on the quarterback. Leads to a big run. 1st and 10. Another run play. Again, 5 versus 6. We got every gap filled. Let's see how it turns out. Bam, bam, bam. Downs has this gap. Downs has this thing where he just doesn't trust himself, it seems. Like he makes this tackle, but I want you to watch this. He should just be slamming down into this gap and watch how he stops and jukes. It's like he's afraid of screwing up. Like I said, he makes the play here, but it's like could have been could have had an extra yard taken off, and I think they end up going for it on 4th and 1 on this series. So that kind of stuff makes a difference. You got Peppers playing deep. Looks like just finding the hole in the zone. We'd want Love to not float out here, really, because there's no threat. But let's watch up front. Dexter, he moved these dudes this week. All right, so now we got a 3rd and 2. This is a run play. I'm pretty confident. Does Peppers come down into this? Yep, Peppers comes with the motion. All right, I want to show you guys something. And we're going to talk about this. So Peppers comes over. We got 6 versus 7. Every gap filled, Peppers ignores him. Watch how aggressive Peppers plays compares to Downs. Let's watch when the ball snapped. Peppers is here. Downs is here. And Peppers is the one. He beats him to the hole. Like if it's not for Peppers, that they probably get that. Peppers, people are going to remember that last play, but I feel like Peppers had a really good game. We'll see him get a sack later. 4th and 1. Just playing man across the board, like a switch man kind of thing. And then Wentz just scrambles. He could have probably hit 85. Rodgers. Watch Leonard Williams. Goes for that inside move. As soon as he goes for that inside move, Carson realizes he has this lane. Picks up a 1st down with his feet. First and 10. Jalen Hurts, RPO. Wide splits. Got Downs out here playing the edge. Dex is the read guy. Watch Leonard. Leonard gets off his block. And it's a race to the corner. Scott is surely faster than Downs, but Downs isn't too horrible there. Oh, I guess there is a penalty there. Giants are playing cover 3. In the cover 3, he's playing deep, and he has the flats. Downs doesn't play this horribly because he's playing the running back. But that stuff will be in that against cover 3. That'll be underneath if you don't play a hard flat. If you don't play hard, towards the line of scrimmage, that stuff will be there. Let's watch the pass rush. Nothing in particular there. Penalty. Okay, now this pissed me off. This is what pisses me off about Downs, is he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. So again, they are running a cover 3, and if you don't explain cover 3, it means one corner is playing the deep thirds of the field, and the other corner is playing deep thirds, and one safety is playing deep thirds. Everyone else down here is forming an underneath wall. So it means somebody has flats. So you'd assume one of these two has flats, and Peppers tells him with that motion, hey, you get back over there. You're covering this zone. And watch Peppers and Downs. They both cover the flats. And this is left wide ass open. Wide ass open. Wide open. Because this dude, he seems like he's in La La Land, to be honest. He's watching at full speed. Peppers is telling him. Watch Peppers' reaction. Watch Peppers' reaction. Let's watch it from this angle. He's yelling. He's telling him. I don't know what he's saying to him exactly. But man, he Downs seems like he's just late to the party. They end up running it in here on this RPO. They run a good call versus because Golden is slanting in and Peppers has this outside. Now Golden does a great job of busting it up. But Peppers thinks he has the ball. So I guess this, people saying being mad at Peppers. And Wentz is able to stumble his way in for a touchdown. Eagles go up 7-0. All right, let's get into drive number 2. I believe this was a 3-and-out. Yes. We'll go through an extra drive. We'll go through 3 drives. This is I don't know if this is a cloud coverage, which is basically like one corner is playing down flat and the rest are playing deep. But Wentz finds this hole and but it's a hard throw. He's not able to make it. Peppers comes and lays some wood to force him out. Let's watch it in full speed. I don't know exactly what this coverage honestly is. Let's watch the guys up front. Next play, we got a 2nd and 10. Eagles run the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got an open backside A gap. This is the gap. And then here's another example. Watch Downs. Watch where the ball flows. What's he doing, man? I get that there's part of me thinks that his responsibility is this backside A gap. But when the play is going this way, man, that backside A gap's going to come to you. I mean, let me show you before. Let's see before he moves back. Every person is flowing this way except for him. I mean, I never saw Crowder do that. I haven't seen Blake Martinez do that. Now Dalvin makes an awesome play here. Watch Dalvin. I haven't seen David Mayo do that. Bam, blows it up. Dalvin was a beast in this game, man. Dalvin is going to make that decision at the end of the year very tough. So I did a full breakdown on this play call and play call similar to it. Let's start it from this view. You've got Pepper. You got what they're showing is kind of like, it's not totally an amoeba, but you have a safety, a corner, 2 outside linebackers, and Cam Brown and Kyler Fackrell, a defensive tackle, Leonard Williams, and Blake Martinez. They pop out. It's a 4-man rush. It's made to make everybody think. And Cam Brown going over here makes this guard pop off and have to defend him to help their tackle because he's looping out. But then you see a blitzer and Peppers, and watch. It's just it makes confusion for the offensive line. So the center and the guard are both like, hey, we got to stop this blitzer and the running back. So they have 3 people because it's a confusing defense dedicated to stop Peppers. They collapse on him. That leaves Leonard Williams unblocked because the guard's not able to power down. And then Wentz is out there scrambling around, trying to make something happen. Cam Brown gets contained, and Peppers gets himself a sack. Let's watch it from the backside. Just a cover 2. These guys are playing deep halves. Everyone else here is performing a wall. There's the line. There's the first down marker. Bam, 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 bam. Forming themselves a nice little wall. There's another guy in there that was hidden. Eagles punt. Turnover on down, or not turnover on downs, but turnover. Punt. All right, Eagles get the ball back. Let's see how long this drive is. It's a pretty long drive. Wentz is crazy with this stuff. I mean, watch how he gets out of this. And this is just, should be a sack. Should be a sack, and he should be like a 10-yard sack, and he turns that into a gain. It's crazy stuff. Play action with you got Jalen Hurts on the field. Play action, screen game, and they play this pretty damn well, man. And that's a well-designed screen right there. Forces all these guys to get inside. Everyone's watching the reverse, inside. Bam. Nice block out here. That's a really well-designed screenplay right there. We got 2 high safeties. Corner, Bradbury playing off. It's Tampa 2 look. What Tampa 2 is like we talked about cover 2, is these 2 have deep halves of the field. Everyone under here is talking about that wall we were talking about, and then the middle linebacker is playing deep middle. So a regular cover 2 would have the middle linebacker like right here on the eagle eye. In Tampa 2, he plays deep. Monty Kiffin originated that in Tampa. Won the Super Bowl running that defense. It's a good. I think when you have the horses up here who can get to the QB consistently, there's no better defense for it. You got to obviously sprinkle stuff in. Austin Johnson gets a nice batted pass. But I think that defense is, when you have the horses up front, it's so simple, but it's so effective. You got a deep safety. Again, this cover 3 stuff. You got this. Who is this? Ebner playing the flats. I get you're playing the flats and they've been running these curls. But I mean, you got to see the run. You got to realize, like, hey, who's going to be in the flats? This guy. You got to kind of follow this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, play with some instincts. See if we got anybody up front. Fact row does a decent job on the edge. Leonard does all right. Dalvin gets his helmet knocked off. That was kind of a hands to the face. No, I'm saying. Two high safeties. Run play. Good job by Austin Johnson there. Downs playing the edge. He just doesn't. Wonder how many tackles he had. Get credit to him to this game. They got called for holding. Check this out. You got Lewis backing out. Bam. It's 1st and 20. But that's basically a 3 safety look right there. That's kind of weird. Got the underneath right here. Bradbury does a good job of corralling. Missed the tackle. Bradbury's low-key not a very good tackler. And that's something me and Justin actually talked about when we signed him. Like, we love the signing, but we're like, he's not really a good tackler. I mean, all day for Wentz. BJ Hill won his battle, but play action. 2nd and 8, 12-yard gain on 1st down. Wentz did a good job, man, of finding the holes in this zone. It's, again, this Tampa 2 zone. Find the holes in it. And it's a very easy read for a quarterback. I mean, you've been seeing this zone all game. So you have this corner here, this guy right here, and then you have 3 people. So which means they got to make a decision. They got to make a decision to leave somebody uncovered. And if it's a zone, they got to make a decision to leave somebody uncovered. Now, luckily for them, Ebner sucks at playing defense. He's a special teams player, which is why I'm not a big fan of signing special teams players, to be honest. He doesn't play either. So he has this, and if he plays this, he has the running back in the flats. But if Ebner plays this, he has to throw it into the flats, and you know what? We maybe are able to make a nice little tackle. But we're not. 1st down, Eagles. Is it a 1st down? See if we get any pressure up front. Nothing crazy. Yep, 1st down, Eagles. Nice little blitz here. Against a good call. They run verts with one guy underneath. They run cover. I think it's man coverage, but cover 3 can look like man coverage when you run verts. Just a nice little blitz here. Bam, bam, bam. You got Downs on a running back. He runs through it. Flats him. Gets a sack. So good play by Downs. You think I'd be saying that at all this year, but good play by Downs. Second and 26. Running a cover 3. This is a nice throw by Wentz, man. Finds that hole in the zone. I can't be mad at the Giants defense for this one. He's playing the flats, which he has to. He's playing, the thirds. You would like to not be playing that far off on a tight end, but so maybe I can be a little mad. And then Martinez is playing this, hook curl. And he finds the soft spot in the zone. But I mean, you kind of know your personnel though too. You know, that's a tight end. Why are we playing 10 yards off of a tight end? Not even a bad tight end at that. I mean, watch Dexter on this. Watch Marcus or Leonard Williams. Pressure. Pressure. Got a 3rd and 10. Okay, so I missed this. Rick Bowman pointed it out to me. Well, he didn't point out this play, but Rick Bowman pointed out that I missed this. This was that amoeba defense. For some reason, I missed this, and this is one where they converted it on 3rd down. I must have not thought this was 3rd down or something. Giants are just playing man coverage with Corey Ballantyne. I don't know how I missed this. It kind of pisses me off because it makes me feel like I'm doing misinformation. Again, you got all these guys up front. Every time it was with Cam Brown, Kyler, Mondre Harper. It was the same guys with B.J. Hill and Leonard Williams being just stunts. Watch. Cam Brown shoots inside. Blake loops around. Corey Ballantyne is not good at football. But we're trusting him in man coverage, which sucks. 1st and 10. Little read option. Watch Blake on this. Shoots right through there. Bam. That's good stuff. That's good instincts. And that's not even his gap. You know whose gap that is? It's old 52. He should be playing this side of that tackle. Look. Blake has his gap, so I don't know what he's playing this over for. This is not gap responsibility football right here. Or maybe it is, because maybe Blake is playing right here. Nonetheless, he cuts back. Blake makes a play. Kyler Fackrell closes down on it. He's got contained. Good run stop. So maybe I shouldn't have been mad about that one. Dalvin, man, he's been Mr. Tip. I think that's his forced batted pass of the year. Bam, just get those mitts up. Gets those mitts up. Bam. 3rd and 7. Man coverage. This is that amoeba defense we were talking about. You see all these guys up here. And then watch Love. He sees this slant underneath and immediately closes down on it. So even if he makes that catch, it's not a conversion. So good stuff there by the kids. This one was just kind of a base pass rush, and then you have Blake taking up this guard. You have him taking up this guard, and then Fackrell loops around. Pressure. 4th down. Kick a field goal. All right, let's talk to the chat. Probably not even a ton of people in here tonight. No, it's like half the crowd was last night. All right, what's going on, Cracker Jacks? I like what Graham is doing. Give us another outside corner and an edge rusher, and we'll be good. Yeah, I think an edge rusher would really make the difference. Bobby, did you hear that we signed Corey Coleman back? We did, to the practice squad. So that'll be fun. What do we got? Crowder greater than Downs. And that's not even saying anything really good about Crowder. Let's see. Quick question. Will we be seeing any breakdowns of draft prospects the Giants should be interested in? Yes, when the season's over. We go heavy into the draft. I'm doing my best. I don't know how. If somebody in here has connections, man, I would love to get College ALL-22 tape. Because what sucks is we have to use the TV broadcast, and the TV broadcast gets demonetized. And it's kind of like we do it because we like doing it, but it really screws us business-wise. So let us know. What's going on, Coney? Glad you're back. Would you rather Would you rather re-sign Dalvin or Leonard, or maybe both? I would say both, because my argument would be like, who are we? If there's someone like a wide receiver we're not signing because we're keeping one of them, then it's not both. But I would think that I would say Dalvin, because I think he'd come at a lower cost. But if we do have a new GM, Leonard Williams loses that leverage of being like, hey, I know this guy has to retain me, because that's what happens when Gettleman made that trade with an expiring contract and not having a deal done. So I could see Leonard coming in at a little lower dollar than we originally expected. Can you go over Daniel Jones first? I did a breakdown. I do a weekly breakdown of all his third down passes, and we did an offensive stream yesterday. So those are on this channel if you want to go check it out. All right. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, see, Eli Apple got cut today. It's kind of funny. I like to make some jokes. Annie Apple cracks me up. Blocked by Annie. Dave Gettleman has been blocked by Annie. My favorite. Everyone says they're blocked by Annie. It's kind of crazy. I'll be honest. People really aren't into the defense. Oh, Annie blocked me. What the hell? That ain't right. Annie Apple blocked me. That's not cool. That is not cool. That sucks. I was having some fun saying the vote for Bobby Skinner, Justin Penick 2020. She said to get out there and vote. I said, yeah, let's vote. Vote. If you don't vote for us, I don't know. Do you hate children? If you don't for us, it means you hate children. All right, let's get into the next few drives. All right, let's finish off the first half here. I'm going to go kind of quick through this, guys, to be honest. It's so far away from the game. And I like those amoeba defenses. We'll talk about it. I'm just not even going to talk about those because I did a full breakdown on them. Oh, crap. Let me go full. Did I do share screen? I did not. Sorry. All right. Full screen. Play action. Carson just making. I mean, look at the difference when Carson rolls out. Like, look at. They're 55 yards apart. You know, and I got two people occupying them. You got this guy covered down here. Everyone's covered. Wentz is a madman. He throws the ball across the field and it almost gets intercepted. Almost had a Blake Martinez. Like, let's see where Blake is when he makes this throw. So makes that throw quick. Man, I wish Blake could have had this. And honestly, it might even get returned because you have those two guys there blocking. Fackrell gets around the edge. Leonard's a good pass rusher, but he just doesn't have like the moves of a true blue defensive end. So a lot of times he'll make a good play, but they'll just kind of scramble outside of his contain. You know? Run the ball. Anything. You got Ebner back in the game. And Ebner just gets bullied like a little kid. Because he's a rugby player, not a football player. Sorry. I don't mean to trash Ebner. It's not his fault. He's a special teams player. He shouldn't be playing defense. I think this is a third down, man coverage. And they run a draw against it. I mean, why not? The field's cleared out. That should have been a stop. Let's be honest. Let's look at this. You got Leonard playing this gap. He's here. Fact route. I don't know. It sucks that we didn't. So that's what I'll just say that. First down. Run play. BJ Hill had a pretty good game, to be honest. Makes that tackle. He was making some moves. Another run play. Let's see what goes wrong here. Let's see the gaps. So we got 6 versus 6. C gap, B gap, A gap, A gap, B gap, C gap is left empty, D gap is covered. Let's see what happens. Downs is on a blitz. I mean, is that a hold or what? I mean, he's literally hugging him. Now the issue with Dalvin doing that, which I don't know what the maybe they're playing a pass, but him going outside is now you have Blake and him playing in the same gap. So that leaves this gap unfilled. There you go. Look at Trent Harris, who just got called up to the active roster. Doing a little bull rush. Little man. Lane Johnson throws his hands up. Come on. What are we doing here? Throw the damn ball. Cover 3. Let's see where Carson wanted to go. He wanted to go here, and he saw Peppers underneath. That was smart for him to pull that. Realizes he really has no. Tries to thread it in there. He actually does. Damn you, Carson. Dalvin. BJ making plays. I mean, that's just Wentz making a play right there. It's only for a few yards. 3rd and 4. Richard Rodgers looks so fat. I'm not throwing shade because I'm fat, but all right, is this cover 3? This is cover 3. It's a simple read. You got him. He's covering the flats underneath. He's playing deep. Martinez is playing here. This is where the hole is going to be. And Wentz finds it. Those are good passing concepts from Peterson when you're playing these basic zones. You know what I'm saying? Those are good passing concepts. Those are, pretty simple reads for the quarterback. Play action. Sack by who was our best pass rusher on the team, Marcus Golden. I cannot wait to see Marcus play for Arizona. I'm happy for him that he gets to go out there and play. But he was our best pass rusher. I understand the deal. But he was our best pass rusher. And I will go to the grave saying that. 2nd and 15. Is this where Carson just throws it up? Yeah, what the hell was this, Carson Wentz? I'm sure this was explained, but this almost reminds me of the Jones interception against Washington. Like maybe he was trying to throw it out. Like, was he trying to throw this play out and then it just didn't go out? Because there's no explanation for this. There's no explanation for this throw. At what point did you think that with these two guys playing over the top, do you think he was going to get a pass in your I don't know what Carson Wentz was doing here, man. Leonard gets a good push on the left tackle. He was playing like a real defensive end in this game. What was he doing, man? Blowing my mind, man. All right. All right, let's get through this half real quick. Nickel blitz against the run. Hey, down there playing linebacker. Leonard Williams, good job. Watch Leonard Williams. Watch Leonard Williams. Pulling, plays down that hip. Bam. Good job, Leonard. Good job, Leonard. Leonard Williams. 2nd and 7, cover 3. Again, Leonard Williams making plays. Making plays, Leonard Williams. Bull rush. Bam. Right into the quarterback. They called some kind of penalty on this crap. I don't know what it was for. What was the penalty on this? Was it on the defense? Screenplay. Ebner makes the tackle. Eagles punt. Giants get the ball, and then Deion Lewis fumbles on the second play. How about that? Would you look at that? You get the ball at the Giants 42. How about that? Blitz. I mean, Wentz just fits it right in the middle of a cover 2. A cover 2, this is the area you leave open. It's a hard area to hit. Jones did it once on this past game. It's a hard area to hit, especially with guys playing a little softer on it now. Just laces it in there. Good throw by Wentz. You can't be mad at the defense of that. So this was that amoeba defense. They did it with a nickel blitz. See, Rick Bowman, this is another time where I missed out on it. So he brings a nickel blitz in here with Corey Ballantyne. This defense is missing Darnay Holmes, by the way. Man coverage. Man coverage on Ryan Lewis. I mean, that's a hard route to cover with a better throw. It's a great throw. They did run this amoeba defense a little more than I realized. They ran it a good amount. I was straight up misleading. I said 0 for 5. I'm an idiot. There used to be an account called Misinformation Panic, making fun of Justin. Man coverage. There used to be an account called Misinformation Panic as a parody account of Justin. But honestly, I think they're going to have to change it to Misinformation Skinner because I was straight up misleading. There's 2 times I missed that. I guess one of them wasn't on 3rd down, but one of them was on 3rd down. So that's misinformation. Just playing man. You got to make a perfect throw. He's not able to. Again, they were attacking Ryan Lewis, man. And they did. I think they really just like, hey, whenever we have man coverage, we're going at Ryan Lewis. Not horrible coverage, just a hard route to cover. Let's watch the pass rush. This is another one of those amoeba fronts. Bam. All right, that's the end of the half. All right. Here we go. Let's answer some questions. Do we need a nickel new DB? Darnay Holmes has been pretty decent. He's injured right now. Hopefully he'll be back. Him being back would be a big upgrade, especially with some wide receiver with Chris Godwin out with Tampa. Yo, where I live, Giants trade Evan Ingram. Let's go. You're lying. You have a lying issue, Coney. Coney. When you're doing mailbag, literally right after this. Like, I'm getting done with this and we're going and recording the mailbag podcast. Weird. I appreciate the comments, and I honestly don't feel it doesn't bother me calling you weird, but don't do it 5 times in a row. Just say it once. I mean, you can say worse things, but don't do 5 comments in a row. I don't like that. See, even Coney knows the deal. He said, you do that, you get timeout. So if you do it again, you're going to be in time. You can put your ass in. I'll put your ass in timeout. 21-10, huh? We can. Yeah, man. I know, Simon. I know. All right. Let me check. I can't believe Annie freaking Apple blocked me. Why would she do that? I'm gonna have to screenshot it and reply because that's just funny. That is just funny right there. Man, that stinks. Her name is Surviving America. She's so weird. That whole family is they're full of weirdos. You know what I'm saying? And you guys remember. Dude was just a straight weirdo. Eli Apple and his family. I thought I had her endorsement as a voter. Shame. Sorry, I'm replying to a tweet. So I think I'm so funny. Eagles fan here. Great job. Thank you, Silvio. Is our defense our strength? Absolutely. Who should we draft? What position? The best available. What is the mailbag podcast? I don't get it. You know how we have the podcasts that come out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. Tonight we record and it'll be out on YouTube at Wednesday, and then we live stream into our Patreon. We get mailbag questions and Twitter. Like we do a Twitter post at Talking Giants. You can reply, ask questions, and we have a voicemail number that's on there. I'm not going to put the voicemail number in the chat because we're if you want to call in, go find it. We answer mailbag and voicemail questions, so that's basically what it is. All right, let's get into the second half. How about that? You guys ready for that? Bam. All right. I think we had like three and outs in a row. So we're going to go through the whole third quarter real quick. Got 2 high safeties. Peppers rolls down. Bam. Run the ball. They ran the ball. Dex getting inside. Dalvin making a mess. It's a mess. Blake Martinez. I think he might be leading the NFL in tackles because he is good. People who hated on Blake Martinez look dumb, to be honest. Again, Carson did a good job finding the holes in this zone. You got Mayo playing. It's not a bad job by the defense. It's just he finds the holes in the zone. Found the hole in the zone. That's good off. 3rd and 1. Did they run it here? Yeah, let's see what happens. So we're just totally stacked in the middle. Bam, 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 bam. Every gap filled. We got We got 6 versus 7, every gap filled. Let me put in slow. So it gets clogged up in here. Now, these guys have good, they are not letting the O-line get pushed. Blake's got to cover this edge, this gap. Peppers has to cover this gap. Mayo closes this down. So now Peppers has the outside gap. Bam. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful right there. Look at all those white jerseys around on the ball carrier. And it's a third down stop, 3rd and 1 stop. That's good football right there. That's a good run. That's a good run stop right there. Let's watch it in full speed. Leonard even got pushed off the ball. All right. Eagles punt. Next drive. Got Jalen Hurts in the game. 5 versus 7, but it's really 6 versus 7 because it's a read option. Giants play this very well. Sorry. Mayo plays down on the running back. Peppers has the quarterback. Downs fills. Martinez fills. Everyone's playing their gap. Hands it off to Mayo. Dalvin makes a play. Wow, I'm an idiot. I got faked out by this. Hurts holds. Peppers just allows Mayo to get there and make that tackle. Good stuff. 2nd and 8. Got a cover 3 look. Blitz and Peppers. Peppers, good blitz off the edge. Forces him to throw the ball high. Over top of him. Vacating his zone for a blitz. And it ends up paying off. Good stuff there from Pep. Good play call from Graham. All right. Got 2 high safeties. This is that amoeba defense, but they're playing man. Ryan is they have 3 receivers to the right, so Ryan's going to play underneath of this. Peppers is playing high of it, or Love is playing high on it. Man coverage. Now watch this guy, Ryan Lewis. Not great coverage because it's this double move. But let's see, it's a bad throw. Let's see why it's a bad throw. And Ryan being out there forced to be a bad throw. I mean, for one, Blake Martinez just beats his guy. Blake Martinez beats this guard. Leonard Williams occupies this guard tackle. And for some reason, the center, just instead of waiting for maybe a loop, which they've been seeing against this, goes all out, and you leaves Cam Brown unblocked on the stunt. Forces him outside the pocket. And you could say, oh, this is a bad throw. But if he leads him, Ryan's there for an interception. So honestly, it's not a bad throw. 4th down, Eagles punt. There we go. Next drive. 1st down. We got 2 high safeties. Let's see if anybody rolls down. Yep, Peppers is rolling down. I bet you he covers the flats. Run play. Martinez playing that backside gap. BJ Hill, how about that? Is that BJ? That's Austin Johnson. How about that? Austin Johnson. Austin Johnson makes a play. How about that? How about that, Austin Johnson? Peppers in there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Got a 2nd down and 9. 2 high safeties. Cover 2. Or no, this is man. Man coverage. Get some nice pressure. Good man coverage. Let's see what happens up front. I mean, they just collapse this pocket. Golden does a nice job looping around. Fackrell gets around the edge. I mean, that's a collapsed pocket right there. If I ever seen one, that's a collapsed pocket. 3rd and 9. Got this amoeba defense. Peppers. Is he going to blitz? Nope, he's going to fake blitz. He's going to fake blitz. And he's going to... The running back stays in to block, and then he sees Pepper goes down coverage, so he goes on the flat. So he's going to assume that Wentz isn't going to go there, but he's reading Wentz's eyes, sees that slant underneath, and watch. Let's watch Peppers. Watch Peppers. Sees that, immediately heads for it. Now let's watch Logan Ryan. Sees that, closes that off. You got Ballantyne out here. Not great coverage, but he's not able to make the throw. Let's see what happens up front. Fackrell gets around the edge. Fackrell has been very nice. He's been very nice. 4th down. Eagles punt. All right. Next drive. Eagles actually moved the ball in this one. And then they went for on 4th down and got stopped. So we got... All right, let's go. I want to get this done with, honestly. All right. Just a play action bootleg, tight end, block and release. Underneath. Good tackling. Second and 7. Looks like you got to cover 3. Finding the soft spots in zone. Watch, it's going to be right here between Downs and Peppers. I mean, it's not a hard read, to be honest. There's a look. Peppers has to play this running back in the flats. He's playing deep. Downs is playing the middle. Curl hooks. And they got to cover right here. Leaves that wide open. Not a difficult read. Dexter just throws his dude. Third and 1. Just a nice throw by Wentz. You get the play action bootleg. That's just a nice throw by Wentz. Now, where they get screwed up is like you have 2 guys covering right here. So you would think either Lewis or Martinez is supposed to be over here. I don't know who. To be honest, I would assume Martinez because Lewis just plays those flats so hard. But Martinez is probably just reacting. Let's watch it from this view. First down, Philly. Looks like a cover 3. I mean, yeah, Lewis. They do. What they do is they have him come in, take inside leverage, which he's covering deep, and then he wheels around. And because it's cover 3, that means that Lewis has to make a decision because Peppers is playing the flats. Like he's playing that as a flat. It's a double move. And he turns in there. Lewis is looking deep on here. And that leaves that sideline open. It's a good play call. It's a good play call. Good protection. Good throw by Wentz. First and 9. They run the ball. Runs right into the teeth of the defense. Option. Downs' responsibility as the quarterback in the option. Plays it correctly. Hurst tries the juke. Downs makes a good play on it. Good form tackle. 3rd and 7. Draw play. The reason they run this draw is they see, look, the whole middle is cleared out, which means they're probably running some type of man coverage. And then 4th down, you see Ryan. They honestly almost screwed this up totally. Like, Philly screwed this up because, I mean, this guy's totally uncovered, and Lewis is over here screaming like, "No, you got to cover him." I feel like at that point you just got to like, hey, line up, because I mean, look, they're basically set. He's set. If I'm Wentz, I'm just snapping the ball. And he calls for that motion, and that gives Ryan time to get over. Throws a fade to Hakeem Butler, and Logan Ryan makes a play. But, I mean, what's the point of this motion? You had him. You didn't. If I'm an Eagles fan, I'm feeling bad about that, especially if they ended up losing. But they won. All right, let's talk with the chat for a second. Rumors Cowboys will trade Jalen Smith. I like Jalen Smith. I think he's a good player. I don't know why Downs is over Mayo. It seems like this coaching staff doesn't like the former inside linebackers, whether it's Mayo or Connolly. They just seem to just not like those guys. They really had one. I don't know what play you're talking about. Sorry. All right, let's finish off these last 2 drives. I don't want to look at them. I really don't want to look at these last 2 drives, but we have to do it, guys. I don't want to do it. We got to do it, guys. We got to look at these last 2 drives. We got to do it. All right. Let's do it. Let's do this. All right. Giants score. Woo! We are up 21-10. We're going to be first place in division. Suck it. Suck it, everybody in the NFCs. We're going to be in first place. This video would have 3 times the amount of views, but it won't. I mean, got cover 3, and Ebner gets his hands on it. Let's see it from this view. Do we think Tay Crowder makes this play? Do we? Because I kind of do. You see them being like, oh, we are so close to ending the game right there. Sack. 2nd down sack, baby. B.J. Hill. Bam. B.J. Hill. Kyler Fackrell, Leonard Williams getting pressure. Sack. But they called a freaking defensive holding on Ryan Lewis. They called a defensive holding. And I think this is the big play against Ryan Lewis here. It is. Let's watch the ball on the screen. I don't know what Lewis is thinking, man. Get your eyes off the quarterback, dude. Cover. I mean, that's the second time this year that's happened to us. Just runs right past him. That is frustrating. All the time in the world. That is not fun to watch. That's not fun to watch. Cover 2. Actually, this is main coverage. Testing the corner. They called something. Run play. I don't get this, to be honest. I love Graham. But why are we lining up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys all outside the B gap? And then so we have 1, 2, 3, 2 guys covering 4 gaps. Surely somebody screwed this up. And they pull against it. I mean, this offensive line was like, please, come on, call it, Carson. I mean, that's stuff you dream about as a running back. Give me that hole. I mean, what the hell is that? First and goal. Run on motion. You got Harper over the top. Downs has flats. Neither guy's that good. Touchdown Eagles. Touchdown Eagles. 2-point conversion. Try and do a QB power. Giants stop it. Good job, Leonard. Good job, Dexter. It's all right. We got the ball back. We'll run the plays, and then we'll have a third down that Evan Ingram, he'll surely catch it, right? Right? Isn't he going to catch it, guys? Wrong. They get the ball back with 2 minutes left. Evan Ingram goes from being the hero to hated. Got trips left. Cover 3. He's going to throw to Rodgers on the bottom. So you got Harper and Downs collapsing on him. Downs has the flats. And then Harper's just playing. Like, I don't get, like, well, I get it's cover 3, but why are you playing that far off of a not that fast tight end and just giving it to him? You know? I don't know. I think this was man coverage. No, blitz. We're blitzing our corner. You got a blitz here, and then Martinez and Harper are going to turn it into covering man coverage over here. So Martinez here, Harper here. And they do a pretty decent job of it, but Carson Wentz gets outside the pocket and makes a Carson Wentz play. And I'm going to show you guys something you're not going to like. When you know that you have this blitz coming off the edge, you have to have someone setting this edge right here. You have to. And I get you're popping all these guys out because you're blitzing on this side. And Leonard, like this is Leonard Williams. Leonard, you cannot try and bull rush this guy for an inside move. You have to be out here setting the edge. Containing. And instead, they get the ball down at the 30. First down. Man coverage. They call pass interference on Bradbury. I'll let you watch it. Let's see what you think. I don't think that's pass interference, to be honest. But it is what it is. First down at the 21. Man coverage. They run a draw. Nobody playing this gap because you were thinking it's pass. Thinking it's pass, so you have 5 on 5. Which means this gap is left open. This gap is left open. It's a good play call. First down at the 9. Man coverage again. Read option. Second and goal at the 5. Play action. Good coverage, man coverage. Great coverage here. And pressure up front. Wentz gets rid of the ball. Third and goal. Play action. Good coverage all around. They call defensive holding on Logan Ryan right here. It's within 5 yards. He does put a hand on him. Maybe he sells that. But Ryan Lewis does a great job in coverage. Fackrell gets around the edge. Peppers is blitzing. Now they have first and goal at the 1. Or at the 3, sorry. They try and pound it in. Dalvin gets his helmet knocked off. It's a good stop. We have life. They push the ball back. And this is something you usually don't do with your running backs. You do when it's a running back wheel, it's usually bam, he goes. And they have man coverage. But the running back does a delay. And then goes into the flats, which is normal. And then turns it into a wheel. And honestly, that's good coverage by Peppers. That's good coverage by Peppers. That's just a perfect throw. That is a perfect throw and catch. That's a perfect throw and catch. And the Giants fall to 1-6. And the Giants fall to 1-6. And I'm losing my mind. Isn't that frustrating? Where will McKinney play at in the field when he gets back? I think Graham is going to use him all over the place. All over the place. I think Graham, now that I've seen that Graham is truly multiple, I think it gets me even more excited for McKinney than I was. I'm hoping Freeman can rip off 81-yard touchdown run to erase Daniel Jones' 80-yard trip as the leading rushing run. Why don't we just have Daniel Jones rush for 81 yards? How about that? Will Ronald Jones look like a top 3 running back after this game? I don't think so. Do I think Peppers is a terrible safety? I think Peppers is a good safety. I don't know why Peppers gets a hate. I think he's been a pretty good playmaker for us. He had a sack in this game. He had some good plays. He's good in the run. And I don't think he's gonna garner a huge contract. So I think Peppers is gonna be on this team for a while. I know he's had some injuries, but nothing major, Other than the Bradbury penalty that was erroneous, why so many penalties by the Giants D at the end? Fatigue. Yeah, I don't know. Thoughts on trading Dalvin? If they don't plan on keeping him, they should. A Cowboys fan floated Jalen Smith for Dalvin straight up. And honestly, I don't hate that. I think Jalen Smith would fit beautifully next to Blake Martinez. I really do. And I like Tay Crowder, and I want Tay Crowder to get chances. But I feel like Jalen Smith would fit perfectly. I don't see that trade happening. And Cowboys fans have told me that Jalen has been But I just remember that Monday Night Football game against Dallas last year. Jalen Smith was the best defender in that game than we played all year. I really do believe that. Anything that you would have changed overall with our defensive game plan? No, it's this defense. I didn't have any expectations for this defense. I just wanted this defense to be good enough for our offense to outscore teams. Now this team has been the exact opposite of that. And so it's been encouraging. But when you lose players on a team that's not full of talent, it shows. When you're playing Mondre Harper, Nate Ebner, Devontae Downs, Cam Brand, like the injuries have bitten us, and you go into every year excited because you look at your starters and you forget that injuries happen and depth is important. You're almost never going to go through a year almost fully healthy. And when years do like that happen, like the Bears a couple years ago when they had the double doink, that defense was awesome. They had no injuries. They were a dominant defense. And Mike says we need edge rushers. An edge rusher would put this defense to the next level. Put this defense to the next level. All right. It's 7:30. We are going to be doing here. Let me pull this up. If you're interested in us, we're recording our voicemail and mailbag podcast. We'll be recording that in 30 minutes on patreon.com/talkinggiants. It's $2 a month. When once you get in, I'll mail you a magnet. I'll mail you probably 2 magnets actually. And then you get to be in we live stream our podcast. That's not to everybody. So if if you're interested in that, there's a live chat. People are in there, so it's cool. It's growing a little bit too, so it's a little weirder. But we have fun in there, and then we do a t-shirt raffle twice. We give away 2 t-shirts a month. So $2 a month. If you want to join. If you don't, no big deal. So we'll be doing that at probably a little after 8:05 probably. I forgot to do the post telling people to be there at 8:05. So I'm going to do that now. Appreciate you guys. Tomorrow we're going to do some live stream with some friends. I'm not going to say who. One is there's a text. One is Ruben of Zona Gigantes, who covers the Giants from Spain. So he'll be one. Might have a couple other people. Nonetheless, see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your night. Peace.